Amanda, you're going to share how to rank or how to write affiliate product blog posts that actually convert with Jarvis. That's right.
Indeed.
And
Well,
you've done
I hope
this
so.
before as well. You actually have a blog I have pulled up here. I'll share my screen. This is a really good looking blog. The Forever Keto blog where you review keto products. And how's this been going writing it with Jarvis?
Okay, so this is all with Jarvis. So this is a passion project for me that I've wanted to do for a long time. I live the keto lifestyle. And here in the UK, it's really difficult to actually find information that's not US based. So all of the blogs and stuff that we read here, they point to products that are available on Amazon.com, but we don't have the same products here. So I wanted to write something specifically for the UK market. So it's a much smaller market, much smaller niche. But I do use these products. So I even have a Ninja blender. So, you know, it's been really good. I think that's why it's been successful for me, because I can relate to these people. I hang out with these people, so I can really write for them. But I've also, you know, I have other affiliate blogs, so I can obviously write for any product. So that's what I've been doing all my life is writing marketing material for products. So from product descriptions to adverts to content. And I've worked with clients from, you know, health and wellness, which is where I started my journey, right through to laser eye surgery. So, you know, anything and everything really. And that's for print
so you could do this for
marketing,
physical products.
website.
Yeah, you could do this even for software product reviews, right?
Right, exactly that. Yeah.
Wow. Sweet. And you know, outside of this as well, you've been writing content pretty much your entire life, helping small businesses create social media content, learn how to manage that, and you've been writing that's been your career.
Yeah, I mean, I started out in the health food industry. I wrote product manuals for our company on sports nutrition, sitting at a desk with a pen and paper because we didn't have a computer. I'm not that old, but you know, we didn't. You know, it wasn't so prolific in those days, so you had to kind of do it the hard way.
Yeah.
So none of this editing or Jarvis like doing it all for you. It was, you know, you write things the hard way. So
yeah, and now this is like, you know, Jarvis has been around at this point for 5 months or 4 months, something like that.
Right.
And so how has that workflow changed for you? What are you able to do?
I think that the thing that I'm going to touch on later is that I can actually manage to write multiple posts on the same topic at the same time. So obviously, to write a good blog that ranks, you're going to want to really crush those keywords. So to have a lot of similar articles, and again, we'll touch on this later. So my workflow means that I can actually have multiple instances open at the same time and generate the content. And, you know, where I've got like 5 different versions of something that I can use that are all good, I don't have to waste 4. I know they go in AI outputs, but who's got time to keep trawling through for them? So pull them out and write the same post simultaneously, and then go through and do the edit afterwards. So I can just churn out quite a lot of good quality content, you know, simultaneously, and then write the same post in, you know, targeting different things. So keto protein powders, diet keto, vegan keto. Jarvis thought that was hilarious. He was like, geez, how to make your life really hard.
Yeah.
So
I love when Jarvis has opinions, you know. It seems like
really
it's becoming
opinionated.
sentient.
Yeah. So sometimes you can just write generically and then go through and optimize, and then you just can add your keywords in that way. So
cool.
So yeah, from a workflow point of view,
I'm personally excited to not only see how you use Jarvis, but also the workflow around it, to ultimately have the outcome where you have a well-written original piece of content around a product, linking back to it and getting affiliate sales.
Yeah.
Yeah,
cool.
Really cool. Well, I will go ahead and turn my mic off and then speak up whenever somebody has a burning question. And if you have questions in the chat, I'll be moderating. But Amanda, this is your show, and excited to learn from you.
Thank you. Well, I'm a little nervous because I've not done anything like this before. So, and I've got to figure out how to share my screen now because it doesn't want to do it.
Encouragement. This is awesome to have her here, and she's so helpful in the community. I just want to say personally on myself and everybody here on the team, like, you are such a big part of this community, and we love you for it.
Thank you, Austin. It's really sweet. I'm honored to be accepted with you guys the way that I am. And, you know, I just love working with you. So, and I love working with Jarvis. He's just like my little buddy. You guys know that I write a keto blog. I write a keto blog because it's something that's really close to my heart. I live the keto lifestyle, which means that I can be really genuine with my audience when I write about those products. So that's just something to bear in mind, that when you're writing a blog, you can't really just go to Amazon, take a product, copy the description, pop it into Jarvis and get a fully fledged blog without doing some homework. So I'm really not going to touch on keyword research and stuff. Am I still with you? Just checking.
Yeah, you're still with us.
I'm not really going to touch on keyword research and stuff because there's better people out there that are going to teach you about how to do that, and how to set yourself up to be ready to write. So I just want to share with you my research here. So this is what my document looks like once I've done my research. So I've chosen a product. I have a Jarvis-friendly product description, bearing in mind the character limit that we can put into the templates, and then some key points about what the product is, the features and the benefits of the product, going down to how to make the product, who the product's for, some reviews from Amazon, and even maybe a blog outline. Now, I'm not actually going to use this blog outline today, but I wanted to paste it in here just to show you that I'm going to copy and paste that in a second.
And where did you copy and paste this from?
The information that I have.
Uh-huh.
Okay, sorry. So I've gone to the manufacturer's website, I've gone to Amazon, I've looked at other places that sell this product. The good thing about going to a lot of different sources is that everybody will write about it in a slightly different way, or you can get reviews from different places. So it's just basically going out there and researching the information, you know, researching the product as much as you can. I'm really lucky that for this product, I'm an affiliate for the product directly with the manufacturer and with Amazon. So I can include links to both places. But yeah, so just really, really do your homework on the product first, so that you have something like this. So something comprehensive. Okay, so I'm really sorry if I feel a bit like a school teacher, but I have to kind of go through a process. So once you've got all that information, step one is to set up a long form. So do I need to do that, or is everybody kind of familiar now with how to set up a long form document? Do you want me to do one of those from scratch?
But if you want help on how to do that,
let's do it. Okay, luckily. Yep. Okay. So we're going to go to a new document, a new long form, and the document that we're going to create is this is a review of, and I pasted the wrong thing in there. Oh no, here you go. So this is a review of Purition Original Whey Premium Protein Powder. So protein powder. So in here we would describe the content of, I can't type. We would describe what we're going to do. So we're telling Jarvis that we want to write a review. Actually, let's say write a review. We give him a little bit of direction so he knows the type of content that we want to get from him. And in here we can put some keywords. So always keto, protein powder, and diet. So once we've given Jarvis a little bit of direction on the type of content, we can ask him to generate us a title. So sometimes I find there's an absolute killer title in here, and sometimes I just kind of use something as a working title for now. So let's have a quick look. This is going to be a review. Let's go for this one. Okay, and again, we can write our own intro paragraph, or we can let Jarvis do the hard work, but we'll let him do it. Here you go. High quality protein powder that's keto diet friendly. As someone always on the go, I find it difficult to get enough protein in my diet. Let's go with this one. By the way, Jarvis knows a lot about keto now. Okay, so then we end up with an opening paragraph here, and then we can go and access our templates and things. So I've actually done that already, and I have one here set up. Okay, just bear with me.
Set it up and have it create that intro paragraph.
Yeah, so just because this is kind of my first training thing, so I'm kind of doing the school mom thing, and I've got mine already set up. So the first thing I'm going to, oh, sorry, so apologies. So that one's, so I've got all my product information here, and then I'm going to take all this information and copy it and take it over and add it now. So the intro paragraph that we just created down here, the ketogenic diet is low carb, high fat, moderate protein diet. I've just pasted all of my homework above it. And then I've added the 3 little stars here to tell Jarvis not to view that. So when somebody was asking in the group today about, could we have somewhere that they can paste their blog outline in, or somewhere to work so they could copy and paste it across really easily, there's no reason why you couldn't paste your blog outline down here at the bottom of the document. So I had one over here earlier. Oh, okay, I lost it, sorry.
Thing above it, right? So it's not reading the bottom of the document. And then if you see those 3 little asterisks that Amanda has put there, that's actually like a blinder for Jarvis to not read above that. So it's going to read everything in the product description if you click on the title in the top left. So it's reading all of this. It's knowing to like read the title, the content description, and try to include those keywords. But it's also not going to read anything above the asterisks now. Between your cursor and the asterisks is what it's reading.
So if you put your blog post outline down here, I did copy one earlier, but I didn't bring it across, apologies. If you put an outline down there that you wanted to work between the titles, Jarvis isn't going to read what's below where your cursor is either. So you could actually say, section 1 is going to be the introduction, section 2 is going to be feature 1, feature 2. So you could have those headers down there ready for you to sort of remind you of your flow. And then Jarvis isn't going to worry about that text because he's writing up here at the moment. So once you've created your intro paragraph here, you could just let Jarvis go ahead here and see what he writes.
Wow, that's good. It's fantastic product made from Britain, sourced with whey protein, almonds, British chia seeds. Okay, it keeps going. This is great.
That's like quinoa, isn't it? Nobody knows how to say quinoa. Okay, so this is my document with all of the information here. And we had a headline that we chose earlier, but I don't actually, and I apologize again because I set these up in advance. We had some problems with the app earlier, and I was really concerned that I wasn't going to be able to pull off all the information. So I kind of had to be really prepared.
Sure.
So whatever headline we chose in the long form earlier, sometimes you don't necessarily get something that's really catchy or marketing enough. So sometimes you get a really good one, but sometimes you don't. Mm-hmm. So here, what I want to do is get a better headline, basically. So from here, we'd head over to the perfect headline template. And in the update earlier, they all reordered. And over here, what I do is I take the product description. Did everybody get the download? If you didn't, Austin can send you, pop you up a link for the download.
Is this for the ebook?
From the ebook, yeah. So basically, if you head on over to my website and grab the ebook, there's a lot of preamble, which I didn't talk to you about today because you really don't need me to tell you this stuff again, but it's in the ebook, but you've heard it all before about, connecting with your audience and all that kind of stuff. But in there is this formula that I use. So if you click on the link, you can get a copy. It's kind of stage 1. And then I will follow that through with, like, obviously we're going to do it on the video today, but I will follow it through with screenshots of my process. So you can actually see it live in action. So if you subscribe to that, then you'll get the whole thing.
I love it. Yeah. So it's on your screen right now if you're watching the live, and then in the recording, it's on the right of the Academy.
Cool. Thank you. Okay, so to get a better headline then, this one is Review of Purition Original Whey Premium. It's a bit of a mouthful. So if we go over to the perfect headline template, and in here we're going to put as a product description, we're reviewing, to tell Jarvis that we're reviewing something, and then what the product is. So Purition Original Whey Keto Premium Keto Protein Powder, and then just a little bit about the product. So a healthy, whole food, low carb, high fat meal substitute. It's a mouthful, right? So there's no way we want that in the title. And then the company product name here, we'd put the product that we're reviewing, and then our customer avatar. So we're talking to keto dieters, and I really don't like that word dieters for keto. These are not necessarily people looking to lose weight. Keto is a way of eating, but diet is just, your diet is what you eat. But typically keto dieters are health conscious. And then tone of voice, you can really have fun with this one. I like to use engaging. Engaging gets you good marketing copy. So, people, they use Russell Brunson or, different names like that, but I just stick to informative or engaging or animated or excited, words like that people, it's just going to give you content that sounds like that. And then if we generate, I don't know if that's going to work because my screen's covering the button. There you go. So then we would get some headlines here.
Looks good. And what are you looking for in a good headline?
I'm really looking for something that's going to jump out at me, but also something that I want to be able to put my keyword into. So I'm actually writing this post for the keyword keto protein powder. So I really want something like here, the world's first healthy keto meal replacement shake. I could put the world's first healthy keto protein powder shake. Now, obviously it's not the world's first, so I can't really go for that one. So yeah, I just kind of looked down. So delicious is good. The most delicious, nutritious and convenient way to get into ketosis on a budget. That's kind of nice. So when I did one earlier, when I prepped it earlier, I came up with Purition Keto Protein Powder, whole food meal substitute for the keto diet. It's not as poppy as I'd like, but actually for the context that I want this post, it actually works really well. And also this brand, I have to bear in mind, this brand is really, really touchy about meal replacement. They don't want to be seen as a meal replacement brand. They're a meal substitute brand. So I kind of have to work that in. So knowing your product, and if you're an affiliate, knowing your affiliate relationship, you have to bear these things in mind when you're writing something. And I wanted to write a real post with you guys today. So here you go. So what I've done is I've put that title in my document now above that opening paragraph that we made earlier. Cool. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah. So you're starting to build out the blog post here with your outline and ideas, like feature specifics from their other places, like Amazon, their website, stuff like that.
Yeah. So I've got all of this, like the top facts about this product that I've researched. And these are the things that I really, there's obviously a lot more, but these are the things that I really want to be hitting really hard throughout the post. So that's what I've included in this is what I call my Jarvis friendly product description. This is what I want to keep feeding him. And it's just really important to have this to hand because you're going to be wanting to put that in time and time and time again. The great thing about the templates is we'll use quite a lot of the templates over and over. And once you've put the description in there, you don't have to keep retyping it. It's just in there. So when you go back, it's there already.
Yeah. And remember, y'all, that Jarvis isn't necessarily like learning these facts. He's using what he's learned from the internet and applying creative language to the theme of the product description that you're giving it. Sometimes it'll pull directly from, what you've said in the product description and those keywords and all of that, but it is still good to fact check, because
Definitely.
we're giving Jarvis creative freedom. That's why he's engaging. That's why it's able to create compelling content. So it's not always perfectly factual, but that's why Amanda here has her facts on hand.
Right, exactly that. And that's why to have it in your document here, it just saves having to go to a notepad. You can actually have two instances of the editor open at the same time. I don't know if you guys know that. Typically, I would have that in different windows. So if I'm writing multiple posts at the same time, I'd have like 4 or 5 instances on different windows and then just swipe between them and copy and paste. So that's just like a really handy tip if you're, if you want to write multiple things at the same time. Mm-hmm. So once I have all that, I can kind of get rid of this bit because I've worked on that bit, so I don't need that anymore. But obviously we're still not going to delete the stuff that we've got up here. So now we've got, by the way, pasting the title in here, I found that it just kind of helps direct the content a little bit more. So I know in the document title here, we've got that, we're saying that we're writing a review and we've got the product title and everything here. By the way, I would always make sure to include like a little bit extra than the product title, just to sort of, again, give it a little more direction. And normally you wouldn't have these bits here. So, but I find that having it in the document, especially if we're using the long form, it just seems to help. Mm-hmm. So now that we have this, obviously, like we showed earlier, we can just set Jarvis going. He's going to want me to make some edits. So a lot of people are refreshing the screen at this point. I actually find that if you do that, you get really poor quality content, or you get a repetition of what you just had. So you can do that little copy and paste a little bit of text thing where you can guide him. So let's just be a little bit cheeky at this point and just, we've done the cheek way. By the way, that followed on exactly from here. So each box contains 12 single serve portions, which are perfect for mixing into shakes and smoothies with only a few net carbs per serving, so it flows. So it just carried on. The keto lifestyle can be difficult to follow. Okay, so that's good. I don't know why Jarvis likes to give discount for things a lot. I don't know what that's about. He gave me a great one with Dave's name on the other day, but Dave couldn't tell me what it was for, so I'm not quite sure. So I actually like to use the templates a lot. And one of the reasons that I wanted to concentrate on the templates today was that not everybody has the long form. So whilst we are working in the long form, you could do this, obviously, just in a blank document. So I just, just trying to be helpful and do things a little bit of a different way. So I hope that's good. So we've kind of introduced our product, but we need now something that's really going to connect. So this is actually probably a little bit long, but we want a paragraph that is going to give our readers a reason to read more from us. So rather than just being another like blah, blah, blah about this product. So the problem agitate solution template is a really good place to go for that. So here I would put in the product name, our Jarvis friendly product description in here. I did Russell Brunson as a tone of voice when I was doing this. I think I misspelled his name. I think it's Brunson, but let's try that. It did actually give me loads of outputs that had his name on it at some point as well. So, so product description and the tone of voice. And let's generate some of those. Sorry, guys, I'm having a little problem hitting the button because of the screen sharing thing on the bottom. So the ketogenic diet is one of the most effective ways to lose fat, but it's hard to stick with. It can be true. You need a healthy meal replacement substitute that will keep you full and give you energy while sticking to your macros. Purish and original whey protein, keto whey protein powder help you stay in ketosis when enjoying delicious meals and snacks. That is just so cool. And again, here you're trying to lose weight, but you don't want to give up favorite foods. The keto diet is a great way to lose weight fast. So you can see why I would have multiple blog posts on the go at the same time, because these are all good.
Got it. So how are those multiple working blog posts, or are they like kind of you're going to choose at the end which one you're going to publish?
Oh no, I'm going to have all of them
Mm.
because so I would have 4 or 5 that I'm writing about this product, and then I would target each one. So I would go through at the optimization stage and this one's going to be particularly about keto protein powder. I mean, they're all about keto protein powder, but hitting that keyword. But then I'd have another one for diet protein powder or vegan protein powder or protein powder for baking, for instance. So it's this product, but in a keyword cluster, we're targeting multiple articles. Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure. And today we're not going to go too much into the Surfer integration, but that's also one way to really help increase your ranking for these as well. And you can watch that training. The recording is in the Academy with Michael, the CEO of Surfer.
Cool. And I do have some good stuff at the end.
Sweet.
Okay, so again, not wanting to have cheated so much, but as you guys can tell, I'm a little bit nervous and I'm not very good at typing. So what we'd end up with, having chosen one of those, is something that looks like this. So keto lifestyle can be difficult to follow with restrictions on time and cooking skills, but Prussian offers the perfect solution for those that are looking for a convenient way to stay in ketosis, great way to lose weight, people fail. So it's really, really flowing.
Mm.
Okay, so again, we could, I mean, this is an intro, so this is getting a little bit long here. So I wouldn't necessarily want to carry on, but just to prove to you how amazing Jarvis is. Okay.
And so what she's doing here is kind of guiding Jarvis's direction to set him up for filling in the rest of the paragraph.
Right. And I like to use, so it's always good to start leading him. So, and I like because it tends to get me a really good answer.
Mm.
So you'll never be hungry again when you have our low carb, high fat protein shakes to hand. This is important. I'm going to say on a keto diet.
And Jarvis will be reading 600 characters above the cursor. So roughly that much. Yeah.
But also I've taught him a lot about keto.
Yeah.
Cool. So because your body needs protein to maintain muscle mass, keep your workouts in. He does like to talk about workouts as well. And I think that might be Dave's fault because Dave likes to talk about building muscle mass, right? Not quite sure what happened here, but Purition is an online retailer. It's true, of high quality nutritious meal replacements. By the way, this is a newish brand. So, I know he's kind of intuitively, I'm not sure. It's like Sean mentioned in something the other day, how it's like Narnia, it's like magic. We don't really understand how Jarvis works, but it's amazing. Okay, so step 4. Now that we've got our introduction, we need a call to action. So you're writing a review post and you want people to buy things. So the first thing that you've got to do is you've got to give them a reason to buy this from you. Ideally, in a review post layout, you would have your intro paragraph would probably be a little bit shorter than this. So that comes at the edit point. You've got your image, and you really want to have your first call to action above the fold. So, I mean, that can be difficult these days, especially with so many people on mobiles. But get in the call to action early. Mm. And obviously, we all know what a call to action means, right?
Yeah.
Like, buy the product. So I like persuasive bullet points for this. So company product name, product description, animated for tone of voice. The animated tends to, if you're using it in a paragraph for output, it gives you a lot of, my husband calls them gospers, you get a lot of exclamation marks. As you can see, Jarvis likes to do them here. It's just, he gets quite excited. So company product name, your Jarvis friendly product description, animated, and let's generate some more here. And again, you're not necessarily going to get, click. Is there a way to say, is there a keyboard shortcut for generate?
Ooh, I mean, you can do
It's only
Command
because the
J in the
Demio
long
thing
form,
is,
but I'm not sure about here in the Power Editor.
it's only that I'm having a problem generating, there you go, because the Demio screen share button thing is on my screen. It's in front of it, but here you go. Okay, so what we're looking here for here is something that says by me. So I like something like this: give your body the nutrition it needs to stay healthy and strong. Order this today. It's quite simple, right? Curb your cravings and get full in less time. Order now on Amazon. Get a variety of tasty flavors to choose from. They're all really great calls to action. I got one earlier. I don't know if my history will be here. Here you go. Put the power of keto nutrition into your hands. That's cool.
Wow.
So as a call to action, put the power of keto nutrition into your hands. Order today on Amazon. I mean, that's a really, really clear but powerful call to action. Absolutely love it.
That's great.
Okay, so step 6. So now we have our headline, our intro paragraph, and we have our call to action here. So next thing that we're going to want to do is write our first feature. So our outline is going to take the form of, so we've got our introduction, a call to action, a couple of product features. You might need more than 2, but if you can do 2 to kind of keep it concise, then that's great. So 2 or 3 product features, maybe another call to action, then a couple of benefits. And we write about the features first rather than benefits. So let me just talk to you quickly about that. So your customer needs to know that this product is going to fulfill their needs. So there's no point telling them the benefits of the product unless they know that it will do what they need it to do. So I have a good example with a vacuum cleaner, is that they need to know that if they need a cordless vacuum cleaner, they need to know that it's a cordless vacuum cleaner before they go any further, because otherwise you're wasting their time. So if you qualify the features first, and then you can tell them about the benefits. Does that make sense?
It does make sense. That's a good tip there. I agree though. Actually, when I think about the products that I end up like searching for and reviewing, like I'm looking for specific features first, and then later I want to hear how it's going to change my life.
Right. So it's really frustrating, isn't it, that you like scroll. It's just like, come on, just get to the point, and I'm probably someone's going to really, really tell me off for saying this, but it's the like the funnel pages that sometimes I see like a really good product or a service that I might want to try, but I kind of do want to know the price. So I'm like scroll quickly, because if you're telling me that I'm going to pay $1,000 for this, sorry, but it might not happen. However convincing you are, but if you're within my price point, I'm going to read it. So, but I just bear in mind, I'm not the typical consumer. So I think that, when you've been in business for so long and time is short. So, you just not, I'm impatient. There you go.
Cool.
That's the word. I'm impatient. Okay. So for a product feature, we need a website subheadline. So we've got our call to action, and then we need, a good H2. So for this, we're going to go to website subheadline. We've got the Keto Original, the product here, our Jarvis friendly product description, and then the headline here is the first headline that we generated in the long form. And the reason that I'm using that one there rather than this one is that I already have this one here to kind of influence Jarvis. So I'm just using the original one that I got. I'm using informative as tone of voice. I don't know why. I just like to mix it up. Informative, engaged, excited, animated. And then examples here. What I've done is I've taken some of the key points that I found online that people said about this product. So loaded with the best foods that nature has to offer, makes you feel fuller longer, not overpowering, just like positive things about the product. And then, sorry, side. So let's generate that. Here you go. So something like this, the perfect whole food meal replacement. Whole food is really important with this brand. low carb whole food meal replacement. Sorry. Discover amazing keto meal substitutes. So I got a really good one before, and it will be here somewhere. Sorry, because the template's reset, I kind of lost some, but what I got was, you deserve nutrition that's so good, you'll actually enjoy eating it. So I swear Jarvis gave me that one. It was amazing. Sometimes I just sit here and I'm just like, oh my God, I couldn't write it. I really couldn't. We believe in healthy. Okay, so just for the sake of time, you can also go to feature to benefit as well.
That's a good one, actually. I think it's an underrated one.
Maybe that's where I got the good one, actually. So anyway, same inputs here. The product description, and then your Jarvis keto friendly, Jarvis friendly, keto friendly, Jarvis friendly. Anyway, you deserve nutrition that's so good that you actually enjoy eating it. So, or this was an alternative, sorry, reduce hunger with healthy fats that are essential for ketosis. So they're both really good H2s. So from there, our next step would be, how are we doing for time? Sorry. So we've got our H2, you deserve nutrition that's so good that you actually enjoy eating it here. And now we need to write a feature paragraph. So you could do this in the main document settings. So just so that we know what we're doing here. If you wanted Jarvis to write it for you, you could go over here and you would just overwrite this. Sorry, rude. You would overwrite this with the H2 that you've just got, and he would do some writing for you. But if we go over to content, sorry, go over to blog post intro paragraph. Wow, Austin, I just feel like I'm just never going to get this covered in the time. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. Half the people are watching this in 2x speed anyway.
Okay.
But
so
we're here to learn how your workflow is, and this is helpful. Like, you're showing us in real time how it's working.
Cool. Okay, I mean, obviously when you do it, it's a lot faster than this. It just takes a little bit of time to explain it. So, okay, blog post intro paragraph. So you would take your first subheadline. Sorry. You've got your audience and engaged is tone of voice. Get some outputs. Come on. It is happening, I swear.
And you can also reduce the number of outputs as well, and it'll probably do it faster. Right now it's doing 10
Sorry,
at a
yeah.
time.
Okay, so do you ever feel like your health needs? So I like this because it's already engaging the reader further by asking questions. So do you ever feel like your health needs are constantly getting pushed to the back of the line? You know that feeling when you're out with friends and they order a pizza, or you try and calculate how much time it will take you for your burger to just, okay. I'll be honest with you, I hate cooking. Yep. I'm so excited to share my new carb recipes. He does get a little bit recipe rich on keto. Many people are turning to the ketogenic diet because they want a way of eating that's sustainable and has great health benefits. You deserve nutrition that's so good you actually enjoy eating it. We just said that to you. But the ketogenic diet has been gaining a lot of traction lately for its ability to help people lose weight and feel better than ever before. So again, it's all good quality content. So we could go and choose one of these. I grabbed one earlier that's, what if I told you that we could take all the hard work out of your diet and give you a plan so simple it's easy to commit to. That was so good because we're talking about a meal substitute, not replacement plan. It's kind of basically this product. I should have told you about the product really, but it's a box of sachets of a powder that you can make into shakes and smoothies. So like a meal replacement, but you can also do more with it. You can bake with it or stir it into yogurt or mix it into well, you don't have oatmeal on keto, but you could mix it into oatmeal, that kind of thing. So it is kind of it's whole foods that have been ground up rather than, chemicals and things. So it's a good healthy product.
Nice.
Is it possible to have a diet that tastes good? Sorry, is it possible to have a diet that tastes good, is filling, and gives you nutrients your body needs? We say yes. The keto diet has been around for decades, but in recent years, the more people are turning to this low carb diet because it's myriad of benefits. So I'm not quite sure whether Jarvis is going to want to play here, just because of.
And what direction are you trying to lead Jarvis into?
Okay, so this is
the article.
We're talking about features at the moment. So yeah, I kind of got a little bit lost here, didn't I? The features that I'm kind of trying to hit are these. So that it's a nutritious breakfast, a meal in seconds, and then maybe some of the nutrition points, because that's kind of one of the first things that I want to convey about this product, is that it's a healthy, nutritious, but quick and easy. Because I remember our avatar, they're healthy keto dieters, health conscious keto dieters, but I probably, when I've written this post before, I put in busy, healthy keto dieters. So.
Yep. And just a note to the crowd is you can actually go back and forth between, if you click on the headline in the top left. So every time that you're clicking compose, it's reading this stuff too. So if you want to direct it even tighter to deliver a really specific type of sentence, or focus on specific features, then I would recommend simplifying it and showcasing that in that content description and the keywords and all of that, to really guide it in that narrow direction. Whereas if you continue keeping it, this kind of higher level stuff, it'll read that, but it'll also be reading the content above it. So that's just one way to get more specific answers out of Jarvis.
Right. So let's do that. So.
Yeah. So you could even, put the H2, for example, in that title. And then you could also, put the specific features in the description, maintaining still like the product name and individual stuff. So it's reading all of that and the last 600 characters above the cursor.
Let's do this. And then I always quit out of that without saving. Take this. Okay, so is that too quick? So now we've got that we're writing a review of the product, we've got our H2, and we've got the features that we want to hit. And I kind of did cluster my features here because they all do go together and they can be conveyed quite quickly together. So bear in mind that we've got all this rubbish up here that hopefully, because this is probably about more than 600 characters. Actually, let's just, to be safe.
Yep. And so that's making Jarvis not be able to read above those.
How cool is that? So
it's good.
So he's saying that's why we created Purition. So that's the kind of stuff that you have to deal with in edit. You are going to sort of just edit those things. I actually find that if you edit as you go, then you're more likely to get content in the person. Is that the right term? So that's why Purition Premium Protein Powder was created. Provide high quality nutrition with every serving, which is perfect for keto dieters. Keep busy. I'm bad for putting the space there. That it's right that you don't put the space there, right? That you don't need to put a space here for some reason.
At the end of it?
Yeah, I think that you just end up with a double space. I think he puts one automatically.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, so Purition is perfect for busy keto dieters, but it's also great for anyone who needs to eat clean. I'm excited to share more about this incredible protein powder, and I hope you'll take the time to read on, because we believe you deserve nutrition that is so good you'll actually enjoy eating it.
Wow, love it.
That's
That's
I
really
mean,
good.
how engaging is that?
It's so
That's
engaging.
just
I hope you take the time to
absolutely
read on,
perfect.
because we believe in nutrition that is so good you'll actually enjoy eating it.
Yeah,
I
that's
love
just
it.
amazing. So
And if you ever want to rephrase stuff, there's some simple features where you can just highlight it, and then you can either rephrase it, fix the grammar, or write it like a fifth grader. And we found that that also makes it more engaging and easier to make your edits.
I think you can just swap between them as well, can't you? There you go. You'll like eating it. You'll enjoy eating it. I love that. Okay, so I think we're on 7. So we wrote a feature paragraph, and then you just do that again. So for your second feature paragraph, so you've got an H2 and then paragraph, and then another H2 and then another paragraph. So you just carry on. So I'm really sorry that because of time and everything, kind of just like whizzing through this really quickly. But if you get the download, it'll make sense. And I promise you that I will follow this up with videos that I will put in the Facebook group. So do we have a link for the Facebook group? Just in case not everybody's.
Yeah, I mean, you guys can just go, you can search us on Facebook, the Conversion AI official group. You can also go to Conversion AI/community. And I see here that you have the 2 hashtags. So that's denoting an H2
Yeah.
Jarvis, which makes it more likely to write a paragraph rather than also make another H2. So if you didn't have the hashtag in front of that sentence, then it's likely that Jarvis will write another one just like that, or like another type of angle. And then you can also format it by using that H2. And that's the way that for your eyes, and then also for Surfer SEO, for that integration, it will read the stylized H2.
Cool. Should we take a quick peek at Surfer?
Yeah.
So here you have to have a Surfer account, and you have to have both browsers open and connect them, and then you'll see all the content editors that you've got open. So I already have a content editor open for keto protein powder. So at the moment, this is scoring a 43. Don't get too excited. The reason I say that is because I've got all my research up here. So there's a lot of extra keywords, but that's okay. So that's why I don't look at Surfer until later.
That's a good tip too. I've actually heard that from other users, is that it can be kind of like high anxiety if you are always trying to like stare at this Surfer while in the moment. But then if you go backwards later on and you're at like a 60, Surfer's so helpful to get there from like 60 to 90. And remember that, images aren't added in yet. And yeah, so there's, and getting to the correct word length to rank takes time. So, but it used to be that it took, sometimes up to a week to make a really optimized, really good piece of content. And now it can take, a few hours.
Yeah. That's another reason, by the way, that I put a title in here as an H1, because it shows up in Surfer, whereas I don't think it picks up anything from the document title.
That's correct.
Because there's no formatting or anything there. So for the sake of time, do you kind of want me to skip ahead a little bit?
Yeah, well, so, stepping back at the strategy, we have the high level outline, which is, everybody has that PDF now, the ebook. And now we're going to be looking at how to make it rank, or what's the next step here?
Okay, so let's have a look at a finished. So sorry, step 15. Okay, so once we've got our post, so we've got our H1, we've got an opening paragraph, a good call to action, a feature paragraph, another feature paragraph, benefit paragraph, another call to action. Look at this: fuel up for days with Purition, order today. Sorry, fuel up for long days with Purition. benefits. Then you have the reviews. So reviews are social proof. So I do actually try a lot of these products myself, not all of them, but there is nothing like a handwritten review. But I have to say that I did put in Content Improver all of the snippets that I got from Amazon reviews into Content Improver one day. And just in the long form, I just got such sweet content. I actually had to screenshot it. It was just so amazing, just in Content Improver. It was amazing. I will write about that. So that's why I screenshotted it, because it was just, I couldn't believe what he wrote.
That's a cool hack. So you go over to Amazon, you copy and paste reviews here into your document and have Jarvis rewrite that.
Yeah. So because you can't use the actual like Amazon reviews, you can do little quotes and things, that's absolutely fine, but you can't really kind of just copy and paste the Amazon reviews out. That's really kind of just against the Amazon terms of service. So, and quite frankly, it's probably a bit rude. So this Jarvis wrote for me in Features to Benefit, which was absolutely amazing. I did have to change because this was a dollar thing, whatever. But I love this. So you don't get in a flavor rut. I wouldn't have come up with that terminology, but I kind of really like that. It's easy to mix. I did add in the bit about the Ninja Blender. Don't get excited about the formatting, by the way. I pasted this back into Jarvis, so it kind of appeared. So don't think that there's some funky thing that I have access to that you don't have yet. It's not there. Again, another call to action. Okay, so you've done features, you've done benefits, you've done reviews, and then you're going to write about alternatives. And that's just as simple as saying, are there any alternative products? Point out how good your product is. So whilst there's no other meal replacement quite like, and I've said replacement, and that's going to have to change to substitution, quite like Purition, which is made with only the best British and European grown 100% whole food ingredients. And I use Content Improver for that. Other protein shakes you might want to consider, and just have a couple of different alternatives. You might, depending on what you're writing, you might want alternatives from the same brand, or you might want something that's completely different, but obviously you're going to be an affiliate for all of those products, aren't you? Then we've got our conclusion paragraph. So again, just with the same formula, we've used the website subheadline to get a good H2, and then we've used actually the blog conclusion paragraph, and then some persuasive bullet points here to get this. So that's ready to connect to Surfer. And what we're going to do is we're going to take away everything that's not part of the document now. So this is our blog post.
Nice. So yeah, basically you've already done a lot of the homework. So that's why not everybody's doing it, seeing this here in real time, but you had all these steps that you built out with Jarvis, use multiple templates at each different section to, get the right output. And now we're ready to optimize it for SEO.
Yeah, and I promise you that if you get the download, we put the link up earlier, I'm sure Austin will do it again, but all of the steps for this that I've gone through literally are templated out for you with what you need to put in each one and examples. So you can literally substitute that with your product to try it. But I will run through this and do a step-by-step follow-up of that. So if you subscribe for the download, I will email that to you. So
wow, amazing.
Yeah, so you're probably going to have to put my email address on your safe senders list, which is hello@blogsbyjarvis.com, because it's a new email address. And if there's anybody out there that knows how to make that not go to spam, I would love to know.
Sweet.
I use Wix for my website, and so I'm doing everything through their thing, so it should all be safe. But I seem to end up in a lot of spam folders, so I don't know why. So, and I don't spam. I promise you, I don't spam anybody. So if we go and connect that to our keto protein powder, this is just purely the post now. So we're at a 56 already, and we've done no optimization at all. So you can see that we've got 1,842 words. I don't know why they differ slightly, but we've noticed that they very slightly differ between Surfer and what Jarvis tells us, but it's there or thereabouts. We've got enough paragraphs. We could probably do with some more headings, but we'll come on to that. And obviously we're not going to have images. So at this point of the edit, what I'd be doing is I'd be going through here and looking for terms that I've over-optimized. and terms that I need to be hitting, but specifically in the headings. So here I've done quite well naturally, but I need to hit keto blend somewhere. And there's a lot of terms in here, like almond milk I could add in by saying I like to mix it in with almond milk. I could use collagen powder as an alternative. I could mention that this brand also does plant-based protein. I could talk about how the keto diet helps you to reduce body fat. I could say it's without sugar. You could mix in coconut oil into shake. So there's like so many ways that you can just really quickly optimize that by editing those words in. So this just makes it super easy. And I know that everybody's like, oh, we want Jarvis to pull those, but I do worry that that would just end up with really unnaturally over-optimized content. So I think by actually having this and then just going through and thinking, okay, so keto protein powder, I've written that too many times. So, just go and find one and say, that's actually the product name, so I can't do it there, but just finding a keto protein powder and saying this or it, or you can edit that really easily. So once you've gone through that step.
Nice. And by the way, the Surfer integration is, they have like a special deal where if you don't have it yet, it's a 30-day trial for $1. We're actually in Slack conversations with some improvements from yesterday's training about how we can, pull in these keywords and do some other stuff. We launched that integration super fast. So it was just kind of the MVP, and we're going to be deepening our relationship with these guys.
Yeah, and you're moving at such a fast pace, and they're moving at such a fast pace that I swear that you just like having a competition together. So okay, so we were at 56 in Surfer, and then if you'd edited just a few of those keywords, like I said, then we could be at 60 quite easily without doing too much work. I'm talking literally like 5 minutes at that stage. So then I'm actually kind of a little bit over on my word count on this one already. But a way that you can add more content, basically, or hit some more of these keywords is by putting in some topics. So these are like the people also ask. So you could use something like SEO Minion, or again, somebody else is going to tell you a ton of other ways to get Google friendly things that are going to help your post rank. So Surfer does all the work for you. So it's going to give you a load of topics here. And you can just take these topics, pop half a dozen over here that you think are appropriate to your post, the most appropriate ones. And if I'm writing the same post multiple times, at this point, I'm going to be taking different questions. And then we put the double hashtag here for the H2. And I actually also like to mark it up as an H2 because that really helps. And
that's how Surfer reads it.
Yeah. And then I haven't edited the document title there. So that's pretty good, seeing as, remember, I've got my document title here as like step 16. So I haven't really helped there at all. Because keto powder really works. If you stick to the keto diet and have protein-rich foods, then yes, protein powder is not necessary. But if you're looking for an easy way to get in high quality protein that tastes great with any food or drink, we recommend Purition.
Wow, great for an FAQ at the bottom of a post. These often get used as snippets in Google, and it pulls directly from that. That's really awesome.
Can you have keto whey protein? So can you have whey protein? Words. That's all I have to write. That is actually true. So that's all these need to be, just little 1 or 2 sentence answers. That's really all you need at this point, because I'm already a little bit over on the word count. Okay, so you've done the optimization there, and then this is what we've got. So good title, an intro paragraph, a couple of features, call to action, a couple of benefits, your reviews, conclusion paragraph, and then I did actually put a title, frequently asked questions about keto protein powders, because that let me sneak in my keyword again. So, and this, by the way, what are the 3 types of keto? Now, there's like, normally people would say lazy, clean, lazy, and dirty. And that's about the way that you cook and whether you have artificial sweeteners and all that kind of thing. But actually, clinically, these are the 3: standard, cyclical, and targeted. So, he was really spot on with that. You can take that content and let's see what we rank here. So we were at 60. So we've done some more optimization and we're at 71. Just by adding, so we've done the keywords, we've checked the headings. So we've got our keywords and all the headings now. We've sorted some of these out. I'm a little bit over on keto protein powder still, but that is my main keyword. And we're writing about a keto protein powder. And we've added some topics from here. And we're already at 71. So we would take that over here to Surfer. And then if you wanted to push it more, then you could. But honestly, the guys at Surfer, they say, go green, right? Go at green. If you're at the green already, then you're going to add images into this, and that's going to push that up even further. So the time that you would take now to really fuss over this, first of all, you could really ruin the article. You could ruin the flow of your article just by trying to over-optimize it. But also just use that time and start another one, and then another one, and then another one. And then you can have like multiple for the same keywords. So I just think that's really good advice. So this is at 71. And just to give you an idea what that's going to look like eventually. Please work. It's really embarrassing if my own blog doesn't work, isn't it? It's just a little slow. I think it's probably kind of taxing my internet at the moment. Here you go.
Yeah, you're live streaming.
Yeah. Okay. Well, okay. So if you go to foreverketo.co.uk/blog, it's the top one. That's really embarrassing. Anyway, so I just wanted to show you the post that I was trying to click on. I actually wrote and optimized it for diet protein.
Yep.
So this is that post.
Okay.
So imagine the post that we've just written, and I've formatted it on my blog, and I've put in my links, I've put in my images, I've put in my alt text for my images. I don't put text under my images on the blog. If that ever came up, then we'd see that. But let's not worry about that too much. So here you go, and you've got your call to action or order directly. This one was actually quite a good call to action because it was available in a 12 sachet trial box with convenient letterbox delivery, which is a feature of this product. Don't wait, order today and get started on your weight loss journey tomorrow, because it's Amazon, so it's next day delivery. Order directly from Purition or Amazon. They both do next day delivery. So it's a really clear call to action that is really fairly early on in the post. So that 71 is now an 84. So don't fuss too much at 71. Kind of check it. And then when you get here, I fiddled with this to see if I could make it higher, and I made it go down. So you can actually over optimize. So don't just, 84 is really good. I get really so proud of these. I screenshot them. I'm just like so happy. But this post, so I wrote it on this keyword cluster, and it actually ranks for, I wrote another Purition article for keto protein or protein shakes for breakfast. But this exact article, it's the same article, ranks as 71 in that keyword cluster as well.
Wow.
So I've hit so many keywords with that article. With
That's amazing, Amanda. And how long does this normally take? When you're not in a teaching environment, when you're like in the flow, you're actually in your workload, like how long does this actually take?
Okay, so I'd say that I probably spend half a day on my research so that I have it really, really dialed in to a really rounded research approach so that I haven't just gone to Amazon. I mean, if you just want to pound these things out, and if you're just writing about a TV or something, that might work. But I'm writing in a health and wellness niche, so I've really got to make sure that I have the right information. So I spend about half a day on research, which would probably cover me for 20 to 30 articles. So I think that's really good time invested. And then because I just go like boom, 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 boom through these things, if I'm writing 5 at a time, that's probably an afternoon. So if you were writing 1, I'd say that you'd probably get that done in like an hour to actually write the post. And then I'd say about half an hour for the edit to get to ready to put it onto your blog. So going through the surfer edits and that kind of thing. Just because, and I'd say that because if you're doing this well, you're going to read it, and you're going to read it and want to know that it flows. So it's no point having really good keyworded content. You're writing a blog post for somebody to buy something. So you want to know that when you read through it, that you'd want to read the article. Would you have stopped at any point and just clicked away? Because if you would, then, and I make my husband read these. He knows so much about keto protein blend. In fact, actually, when I've had this product to try it, he used to like we don't have them anymore, obviously being keto, but McDonald's milkshakes and things, things like that. So when I've mixed these things up, he's like sniffing around. I'm like, no, I'm sorry, I'm product testing. You can't have it. I've got to drink the whole thing.
Oh, that's great.
But I make him read through my articles because he will also guide me on whether it's too over the top or if the flow is not right or whatever. So please take the time to read through and check. I have a terrible habit of reading words that aren't there. So if I've missed an A out of a sentence, or a the or something out of a sentence through my editing, or I've badly edited a sentence, your brain tends to read what you think is there. So check it. I mean, there's a lot of
Grammarly personally. I have the Grammarly Chrome extension, and that works great for me.
Yeah, I definitely have to go down that route. You know what? There are so many bright and shiny objects, and you got somebody like our buddy Reed here in the group, and he's just showing us so many cool toys that I kind of want to play with every day. All these apps that you can mix with Conversion AI and do so many different things. But for me at the moment, I have a content plan for my website. I have content that I wrote before Jarvis that I'm having to go through and rewrite with Jarvis now because it's so poor compared to this. And that I want everything to kind of flow in the same tone. So before I can really go for it with Forever Keto, I've published it at the moment so I can use it as an example to show people what I'm doing. But please, if you're clicking around on it, please don't judge me because it's not a finished thing. But I do get sales, and I'm getting a lot of Ninja Blender sales.
That's awesome. And actually, that's
a lot of Purition sales as well.
That's
the guy actually from Purition, he contacted me and said, "What happened?" And I'm just like, why? And he said, well, like, you did nothing with your affiliate link because I wasn't publishing. You did nothing with your affiliate link. And he said, and then like, we're shipping orders for you, on your affiliate link. And I hadn't even checked my dashboard because I wasn't expecting anything because it was so early in the process, and the site's not finished and everything. But what I was writing was ranking. And I will be honest, I've not even really checked kind of how or where or what keywords or whatever, but I do know that I'm taking orders and I'm making money, and it's early. So
man, that's amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you. And I'm just so sorry that this has taken so long. Do we have time for questions? Can you?
Yeah, we can definitely do some questions. Cool. Let's see. If you have questions, you can put it here in the chat. Also, you can tag Amanda if you're watching the recording in the Facebook group. She is so helpful in there.
Yeah, you can also, I have a page, Blogs by Jarvis, on Facebook. So as you can imagine, my personal account, I get like so many weird friend requests and messages and stuff. So kind of gets a bit busy with noise. So if you want to ask me something, like Austin said, please ask it in the group, tag me in the group, or go over to Blogs by Jarvis and ask something, by messaging the page. And we do also have a Blogs by Jarvis group. So Blogs by Jarvis, blogging with Conversion AI, that we kind of really want to grow over time, because the main group, there's so many of us now. It's so exciting. But for us bloggers to have like our own little group that we can kind of just interact with and really just get some eyes on blogs so we can see what each other are doing, help critique, help each other out, that would be great as well. So I think that's connected to the main group, but just kind of look for Blogs by Jarvis on Facebook and you'll find that.
Love it. And actually, yesterday I just published a kind of like a Hall of Fame sort of page for how to like examples of customers using the blogs. So I think it's conversion.ai/examples/blogs. I'll put it here in the chat.
I did say, and thank you so much for featuring my epic coffee machine post. If you can ever get onto Forever Keto, and I've just managed to do it, and I'm a bit scared to click away from this post now, so that you could see like that post actually laid out on the page. By the way, I did, this doesn't show up in Surfer, so it doesn't pick up video, but this manufacturer does have great video. So if you can include video in your blog post, review post, then that's amazing. If you have the product, then, oh my God, take, video yourself with the product, or video, in this instance, I would video, I didn't do it. I don't know why I didn't do it at the time, but when I get my next box, I'm going to video my Ninja blender, blending up my Purition, because, oh my God, that is like a magic affiliate sale to sell those two things together, because, to have a real life example that people can see what it looks like. But my coffee machine post, you have to check this out. Apart from the product specs that obviously Jarvis can't write that exact thing, but he went through. So we kind of went through and I told him which model. I don't know, Nespresso do change their models quite often. And there's a couple of times that he did mention a model that was not current, but once we got going on each of these paragraphs, he just did all of this. Even this stuff that I didn't know. Coffee was 70 to 200 milligrams. And then I went and fact checked it and it was right. So wow. This is an epic, I think it's like, I can't remember, 4,500 or 6,000 words or something, but he was just on fire.
Incredible. I love this.
Oh, and also for this, obviously this is images and it doesn't hurt so much, but I was really concerned about duplicate content. So with product features, I did use Content Improver or the rephrase to kind of slightly rewrite. I mean, there's certain things that when you're doing a product review, you can't, like this has centrifusion technology. So that's kind of a terminology bespoke to this brand. So you can't change that. And automatic brand recognition, but you can get Jarvis to rephrase it within the sentence slightly differently. So the content will be different to the manufacturer. So that kind of helps.
Very cool. This
cool.
is very helpful, and you're getting a lot of things in the comments. I know you can't see it while you're sharing your screen, but
I'm just so sorry this took so long, and I didn't really get to go through the whole thing step by step, and I feel really terrible. And this is my first one, so please bear with me. And I promise that
we're all very grateful for you. Honestly, yeah, you're getting a lot of thanks here in the chat, and yeah, check out the Facebook group if you're a blogger using Jarvis. The Blogs by Jarvis Facebook group is awesome. And then Amanda is going to follow up with all of the people that opted in for that ebook with the outline. Somebody was requesting that you also add in the templates that you're using in the right order. So like not just the structure, but ask like, hey, can you say like, do you use the, marketing angles, the persuasion bullet points, the AIDA, and all that.
That's okay. So that's all in the download. So I don't have a clean copy, but I can kind of show you my printed off copy, but it literally goes like step by step. So go to like, it'll tell you in the long form. So if you're going into the long form, go into the title and put this in the title, this in the content description, this in the keywords, or if you're in the template, it tells you like product name plus this, so that you can insert your own product. So, but with an example as well. So that's all in that, in the download.
Perfect. Well,
so, and that's my first ebook as well. So please feel free to critique it. Designer, I did it overnight.
I love it. So good.
I actually really love the creative process. That's kind of my thing.
Yeah.
So I think that really helps with my blog post, because like I do kind of want to make it look a bit pretty, and I am using Wix, whereas a lot of people use WordPress, and I am kind of convinced that WordPress would probably be a better platform. But I've been building Wix websites for like forever, so it's very familiar for me. So at this stage, I'm kind of not really worried about that. I want to get some really good content, and then if I need to put it over, I know a guy in the group who'll help me out. So, but it's, the thing that I can say to you is get started. If the posts that you write now aren't great, it's okay, because you know what, you can go back. But write a post, then write another one, and then write another one. And then all of a sudden, especially if you're doing Jarvis 30 challenge, then you'll have written 30 blog posts and you'll have practiced. And what happens is you get faster and you learn the process, but also it's like you and Jarvis, you just kind of become one. You move closer and closer together until you kind of hit that sweet spot. So don't try something in a template and then like not get the output that you want and like abandon it. So play with it, talk to him, tweak a little bit, try a different template, maybe don't write a blog post to begin with. Just maybe sit there with a long form and with your product stuff and just put like loads of different stuff in and just work out what works best for you, because this formula works for my keto. But if you have something maybe more technical, that formula, you might need to tweak it. So, and you know what, if somebody has a product that they want me to try this formula with, I will. Let me know.
Great. That'd be awesome. Yeah, I mean, every day you're always there helping in the comments, and people
I
message
like
me
to
like, "Oh
try
my
new
gosh,
things. If
like
somebody has a problem, I like to try
Amanda's
and
like the
solve
best
it.
part of this community."
Yeah.
I love it. Well, I wanted to share also next week's training, which is growing your Facebook group with engaging content using Jarvis. That's going to be amazing with Molly Mahoney,
Can't wait.
who is the prepared performer. She helps a lot of people grow their Facebook groups and go live and build content and all of that. So that's going to be a really great training. And we're going to be doing this every Thursday. So if you go to conversionai.com/academy, you can see all of the upcoming trainings along with all the recordings of past trainings. And this is the time to see how experts actually use it in their workflow. That's why they're longer form. But we also have some really short form ones as well that you can see in the academy. So these are here to like really dig into the roots of the dirt of how to use Jarvis.
And just sorry, I'm just going to circle back for a second. I just want to say that some of the content you get, if you're doing other stuff, it's great for, you might pop out something that you think, oh my God, that's going to be cool for Pinterest, or that is a Facebook post on its own, so it's all in your AI outputs until you delete it. But you might want to kind of, if you spot something good, put it off so you don't have to go wading through later. But if you don't know, you can actually go and search. Sorry, I'm not showing my screen anymore, but you can go and search in your AI content. So should I do that again?
Yeah, show us what you're talking about.
So window. You seeing that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So if we go to AI outputs here, you guys keep moving stuff around. So if I put in nutrition, I've written actually a lot about nutrition, but if I remember, there was an output that I think was really cool. So like, let's see, fuel. By the way, you have to kind of delete that. If I hadn't, see, I've written too much about this stuff, but you can go and find by keyword. So if you remember something that was really good and you can't find it, you can go and search for it. So I don't know if that's helpful.
I love that. Yeah, very helpful. And we're here shipping out stuff all the time. I actually just saw something went into staging. That's very exciting. I see here I have my Slack open. So look forward today in the Facebook group for some pretty cool updates.
Oh my God, it's like Christmas every day, isn't it? It's just like those announcements. And because of the time difference here, it's like quite often I either see it just before I go to bed or first thing in the morning when I wake up. So either I'm so excited now I can't sleep, or I'm just like so excited to wake up.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, if you are in other countries, you're going to like what we just published. And I'll leave it at that. I'm not going to say anything more. My lips are tied.
Excellent.
All right,
Can
y'all.
I just say thank you, everybody, for being so patient. Austin, do I get to see the chat afterwards? Will I be able to go and answer people directly from that?
Yeah, I can share that with you.
Cool. So again, sorry if we didn't get time to cover everything, but I will follow through, and maybe I'll get invited back to do something else.
Of course you will. Everybody thank Amanda, and we will see you. I'll post this training in the academy later today, and you can thank her on that as well. Thank you all for showing up live, and see you on the inside.